Yes, you're welcome to today's episode of the Roundtable. My name is Shegun Odunayo. You know what we do on this show? We analyze topical issues eating up the polity and are attracting attention, attracting the attention of Nigerians and other persons in the diaspora concerning topical matters that concerns Nigeria and Nigerians. This show is not done by, it's not a one-man show, and I have an amazing regular with me in the studio, Mohammed Lawal, the prof, as some love to call him. Good afternoon to you, Mohammed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Shegun Odunayo.
It's just me and you today.
Very well.
We're going to have a great time, and I'm sure our viewers will have an interesting episode this day. Very quickly, we start with what is affecting the polity, affecting Nigerians, affecting Nigerian celebrities. In the last couple of days, the EFCC, Economic Financial Crimes Commission, have come hard on celebrities, of course, concerning the abuse of the Naira mutilation. And two individuals have been dragged to court. One have been successfully sent to jail by the commission, while the other is still in the process of legal process of trying to either get himself free, or he may find himself behind bars. Who knows? Perhaps other persons are also being tracked and monitored, and who knows who next this EFCC net would be dragging. Mohammed,
very well.
The first person was Idris Okoye, popular known as Bobrisky. He pleaded guilty, got sentenced to jail. The second person is Pascal, of course, popular known as Cubana Chief Priest. Yeah. We have to be certain in matters like this. Cubana Chief Priest, but he pleaded not guilty. The case will be coming up adjourned till the 2nd of May. That is the next 2 weeks. He pleaded not guilty, got a bail. He was supposed to pay a bail of 10 million naira alongside other conditions. But very quickly now, the EFCC is coming down hard, and people are saying, is this the next thing for the EFCC to be doing? We have politicians who have allegedly stolen millions and billions. Nobody said anything about it. Remember that recently, or not too long ago, people are saying that the EFCC was attacking students in their hostels, and that was like the trending thing as at then. OAU and other schools were affected, and people are saying, no, the EFCC should mind the big fishes and leave the small fries. What's your opinion about this? Do you think they're attacking the celebrities unnecessarily, or you think this is something that must be dealt with?
Yeah, thank you for this. But I believe that we should start from the CBN Act. Section 21 of the CBN Act is clear. You understand that anyone who abuses the Naira, will surely face the law or the wrath of the law. You understand? And I believe that there is nothing about the law is not emotional.
Yeah.
The law doesn't play on emotions. The law is is all about logicality. It's logic. The way you go there, you present your case. If you are there to plead guilty and you are not there to not to plead guilty, so you are there to face that. But let us talk about the question I should be talking about. Is the EFCC doing what it's supposed to do? Is the EFCC the right agency to arrest people who are mutilating the Naira? This is the question here.
Are they not?
I mean, I think talking to some civil society organizations, I mean, they are human rights, you understand? They say that this should be the work of the CBN. This is about Naira. This is the work of either the police or the CBN, because this is about.
It doesn't fall under financial crimes. I think it does.
But this is not a situation now whereby someone is embezzling the money. The money is not being embezzled. This is not a case of siphoning the money. It's just a case of Naira mutilation.
I think the act that
the CBN Act
that made up bringing the EFCC into being will best explain this, because if they are going out of their jurisdiction, talking about the EFCC now.
But this thing is not even something really. It's not so far-fetched. You understand? Because when you look at it, this is why we have to. This is why the implementation of the Oronsaye report is very significant. You understand? Because this will be, this particular report will spell out the duty of each agency or every agency in the in the federal government. You understand? Because you see that most of these agencies are going out of their jurisdiction. They are going out of their duties to do what they are not supposed to do.
So are you saying the
But for now,
out of his duties?
so we won't then let us take it from there. But however, we know that there are more significant issues the EFCC should be. Okay, if you look at it, you see that it is not even logical. You understand? It is not even logical. It is not even sensible. A federal government agency who is into fiscal matters, financial matters, into financial crimes rather, going into arresting people who are just, let me say people who are just...
They are mutilating the Naira. They are stepping on the Naira. They are having fun on the Naira.
Very well. We all know we know that they are doing this.
But are you supporting their crimes?
We have not gotten there.
Because somebody has already pleaded guilty.
I'm taking it from one perspective to the other, and I stand on it. I stand on that mutilating the Naira to court. I believe that another agency should be the one to do that. Either should be given to the police to do that, because the police are in the they are near, they are closer to the people. You understand? For instance, if
it's not under their jurisdiction, I don't think they will be doing this.
I think you want the stuff to be given to the EFCC.
No. What I'm saying is, this is not your job.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it. I'm saying if it was not under their purview in the first place, they wouldn't be making these arrests. They wouldn't be, prosecuting suspects in the first place.
But I still say that this should not be,
Are you standing on the side of these persons?
I'm not. I'm taking it. Of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't be, prosecuted. And we have to understand that this is long overdue. Now that is on the part of that is my own, my own position, my own comment on the part of the EFCC.
That they should leave these small fries, chase the big boys.
Very well.
And that this should not even be their own job.
Very well.
When there are other things.
Very significant things to be doing, you understand? But on the part...
this is not significant enough.
To them, you understand? But on the part of the celebrities or whosoever, those people who are mutilating the Naira, I think it is long overdue. Why should we be, spending a current... We are supposedly the giant of Africa, you understand? And we are not, showing character... of keeping basic things that should be done. Why will you go to a place in this civilized society and they start, spraying Naira, stepping on money that someone with, with your filthy shoes, money that people will still use, will still hold in their hand, spend, from one place, will go through several hands. And you are there, stepping on it, rumpling it, doing all of such. They should hold in high esteem that, wow, this is our currency. You step on it, you mutilate it, you do all of such with it. I think... and if you look at the twist, it's not even Bob Marley that, it's just that Bobrisky rather. Bobrisky was, the particular celebrity that spelled out. There was a woman who has been sentenced before.
Post-COVID?
Yeah.
Or,
it happened during COVID, you understand? Yeah. But I think the matter came later on. That's where they started, but that wasn't spelled out. So everyone, all of us, we saw it. So I think it is the right step by the CBN that any offender, any Naira offender, should be prosecuted immediately. And then people were saying yesterday that why won't they get Cubana chief priest? That is Pascal himself. Why is it that he was granted bail yesterday? That's what I'm trying to say, that the law does not operate on emotion. And when you plead guilty on a particular in a particular issue, it means that you agree to that particular crime. So it is left to the judge to decide if you have done the right thing or not. But to Bobrisky's fate, he was sentenced to 6 months. And for this person, by May 2nd, is going to also hear the either good or anybody, even if it is
because
of course
there are many there are many videos right now. If we begin to dig into not just celebrities, people online, Nigerians, that have look at one of Cubana chief priest's charge was 4 years ago, 2020. They went as far as 4 years ago. If we go back 4 years, I'm so sure several persons will be picked up, and this will just become a new item in the faces of Nigerians. So my question is this: how do we do this now? How do we go about this? Are these persons just brought up to serve as deterrent to others, or is this the new normal? I mean, are we going to be sending, prosecuting all these persons? Because several persons have been found throwing up the Naira in many videos.
Yeah, to me, it is. I think we will go back to when the Section 21 of the CBN Act was established. It was in 2007. You understand, 2007. Yeah. So since we have the policy, that is the clean Naira policy, very well, has been established in 2007. It means that do you think, I think it's just a dramatic twist or a dramatic turn, because for you to have gone after this person, that you said the video was 4 years ago. You understand? We still saw the governor of Niger, that is...
but he has immunity.
He has immunity.
He can't be prosecuted, except the EFCC will wait for his tenure to be over.
Okay, what of other orders, I think they should just go after them. And I don't think I understand that as a sitting governor, you have immunity and so on and so forth. But at the same time...
He does not have it for more than 4 or 8 years.
Yeah, but...
Except he gets into another office.
We just that he should just pen his case until he's done with his...
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they should pen it for him. But however, while they are still penning it, they should publish the names of the offenders, so they are aware that at the end of your 8 years, you are going to face,
No, I think that will make people run away. Why not just keep it? Just be serving people papers one after the other. Very quick, let's educate our audience. Many persons are asking, what can land me in this kind of trouble? What is Naira mutilation? What is defacing the Naira? What's the Naira? Number one is spraying. It is illegal to spray banknotes at events. So for every one of you who goes to events to spray money, you are abusing the Naira. 2 is writing on the Naira. Quick one now.
Yeah.
Many persons use writing on the Naira as a symbol of I'm looking for the right adjectives now.
Maybe mnemonic,
No. I mean, let's use what our audience will most Let's use what our audience can understand. A symbol of status.
Very well.
Tell that guy to put your number here.
Very well.
It's common, especially when you go to clubs, go attend events. You see people saying, tell that lady to write. I mean, this is your number. This is my number. But it is wrong as well. It is defacing. You are abusing the Naira.
Very well.
Also, stapling the Naira. Stapling the Naira is abusing the
Together.
Naira. You can be prosecuted for it. Tearing the Naira is your money. It is not your money. The money belongs to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are abusing the Naira. Selling the Naira. For those persons who have found a business in selling the Naira, you find your friends or family members in banks who give you new notes, and then somebody wants to spray 20,000 Naira. This person spraying is abusing the Naira. You who is selling the Naira for 25,000, you sell 20,000 for 25,000 Naira. You are also abusing the Naira. In fact, the way I'm looking at it, if you are selling the Naira, you are also engaging in other forms of criminality. Stop that. Mutilation. Anybody caught tampering with the Naira will face illegal consequences, as stated in the CBN Act of Section 21. I think you made mention of that section now, Mohammed. Rejecting the Naira. No. That 100 Naira is bad. No, please. I can't use it. Go and give it to people that are working, people who sell fuel.
Right.
That's what Nigerians do. It is also wrong. You cannot reject the Naira. You didn't make the Naira. You are not the Central Bank of Nigeria. It is only the Central Bank of Nigeria that can, say this is what is supposed to happen, but you collect the money.
I think
also money bouquet. Your wife is celebrating a birthday, whatever year she clubbed, and then the bouquet thing that is always popular these days on social media. You are abusing the Naira. Now, Mohammed, looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If the EFCC starts to arrest people today, don't you think out of the 200 million, they say we are 200 million, right? Don't you think they will arrest 100 million people?
Even as at yesterday, I saw someone, still doing all these, youth, still presenting this bouquet for proposing to your girlfriend, trying to do happy birthday. And these people, they can see that they have read this thing. They have seen, I think the CBN and the NOA, the Nigerian Orientational Agency, has been talking about orientating the people, showing to them that these are the things
you are doing the same.
You understand very well, and I don't know why I still see it's still rampant that people are still doing the same thing.
Instagram vendors are still. I'm telling you, sell a bouquet to your wife.
It's really disturbing. But when the EFCC, come out en masse, to start picking up people now, you start seeing different emotions swimming from one place to the other. But whereas we keep blaming the federal government every time, they come out to enforce a law. But before then, they will come out to advise us, don't do this, don't do that. But we don't listen. We just keep believing that it's Nigeria. We can do anything, the spirit of anyhowness, the idea of anyhowness, we can do it anyhow, nobody will, just like you can just see it, you can see the way Lagos State government has been arresting people who are crossing without using the pedestrian. So the way, I don't know why we have that recidivist mentality, understand? We keep doing the same thing, they'll arrest us, we still come back, we still do it. I don't know. So I just encourage Nigerians to, abide by the CBN law.
All right, there you have it. Like we said, 2 persons have been picked up by the EFCC, actually taken to court, really. One of them has been sent to jail, a person of Idris Okoye, popularly known as Bobrisky, while Cubana Chief Priest still has a case in court. His case was adjourned yesterday, and it will come up on the 2nd of May. And, more like a victory party for him yesterday after he got bail. Probably certain persons did not understand that the case is still in court. And it's still... the celebration was as if he had won. Comments by persons, celebrities that you don't expect them to comment in such a way. These guys have legal understanding because they have legal aides who, communicate to them and in fact, we discovered that his post on social media talking about Cubana Chief was eventually deleted, because if you read that post, sorry, it wasn't deleted, it was edited. So those things he wrote were edited out. The picture he posted was still there, but what he wrote, as caption, was taken out completely. And what did he write? Money no be money na water. More like I've come, I've gone. Sorry, I've gone, I'm back. Blah blah blah. More like I'm the man. And you have a case in court. You are still supposed to sit before the judge on the 2nd of May.
Whereas he came out to...
and who knows other persons that are probably being, going to get their own letters from the EFCC. And who knows how many persons are even getting it as we speak. Who knows how many more cases would still cover as journalists. So we can only advise you out there, our audience, please stay away from any kind of trouble. Don't deface the Naira. Don't mutilate our currency. It is one of our memorabilia, something that you look at and you say, hey, I'm in Nigeria, and you are proud of yourself. So we can always look out for each other as Nigerians. We are educating you out there, our audience. Please tell somebody to not deface the Naira. Very quickly, we move on to our next topic. And the federal government of Nigeria have been alerted that flood is coming. Flood is coming to not 1, not 2, not 5, not 7, not 10 states, but 31 states. Mohammed, this is not the first time we are sitting in this studio and discussing. In fact, 80% of the time, everything, what am I saying? I think 90% of the time, what we talk about here, we come back to talk about it
very well.
Home and again. We are talking about flood again. Last year, I remember how we covered that flood crisis. We were practically on the streets speaking to people. I can't forget that crew. Myself and my colleagues went out there, come and see people's houses. Now, they've told us again, flood is coming. Some states like Lagos State have told people to evacuate. Now, evacuate and go to where? Some people are already preparing camps some states are preparing camps for people that will be affected to go. And, in a matter of months now, we'll be covering flood again. Flood will be on the front pages of newspapers. Flood will be on your television. Flooding rather will be on your television. flooding will be the major topic of the day. You know, you pick it per day in Nigeria. There will be something that will trend. Flooding is going to trend soon, and we are being told. How do we avoid this? Completely eradicate it, make it a thing of the past.
I think flooding, issue is not something that can fully be curtailed. But however, we can still, it can be mitigated, you understand? And the way the federal government should do is that I like the fact that they quickly released, an information to everyone that so some states.
They did last year.
They did last year too.
Still experienced it
very well, but this time around, I think, for instance, Abia State wasn't mentioned. It's one of the states, that the agency has announced to start doing something about the flood. But yesterday, the state government, I think the PRO of the state, was still talking about it yesterday that in as much as, even if they are not part of those states that should start planning on how to mitigate the flood, they were still putting some measures into place. I believe that states like Lagos State, the Commissioner of Environment, the President of Tokunbo Wahab, has also been putting measures into place because he posted something about it yesterday on his social media handle. You understand? I believe that those things they have to do is creating camps for people who are to move. As of last year, 3 million Nigerians thereabouts were displaced. You understand? And I believe that this particular time now, the federal government should put measures, creating camp for them, move them away with their properties into a particular place till the flood will go. You understand? But there is nothing more than that, because if you look at yesterday, I don't know if but whereas some videos were being edited in Saudi Arabia. You understand? Despite the technological Dubai, you understand? Yeah, see in the UAE, you understand? Despite
even their airports,
despite the technological advancements and whatsoever, despite the infrastructural development, they still could not totally mitigate it. But there's a measure they have put into place, because of course they know that whenever the rain comes, it's going to wreak havoc in the state. You understand? But however, I know that there are some critical measures that are in place to cater for the welfare and to also resuscitate whatsoever the flood might have destroyed. Of course, there is budget for all of these things. And I believe that if they put the budget into good use, they will be able to, put smile in the face of Nigerians who will be affected by this flood. But importantly, the agency, I've forgotten the name of the agency. I think it's, it can't be Naira. But however, this agency should put, should go to these areas, that are commonly
the
flooded.
Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So they should go to these places, orientate them, talk to them, provide materials for them, and move them into camp. Not that they will just be idle, giving them theory without practical.
Exactly.
They have to go there. You understand? It is common in Bega here. You know how very large the water is. You understand? So they should go there. I'm even surprised that some companies like Mikano and so on, they are still there. I'm not sure if they operate during the time of flood. You could see that the water, drinks the building to bring. You understand? I believe that when they go there, talk to them, move them away from that place, take out their valuables, and then I think by doing so, there is nothing really.
All right, let's reel out the names of the states that have been announced by the hydrological agency as high risk states, high flood risk states. So if you any of these states in the coming months, most likely you guys will be hitting the headlines, hitting the front pages, and lives will be affected. And we just hope that something is done to mitigate this upcoming problem. Adamawa State, Akwa Ibom State, Anambra State, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Imo, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, and Yobe. When we have 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and 31 of 36 are high risk.
This is the country itself.
I think the entire country is
in chaos.
Is going to be really affected. However, states like Benue State, for example, is already bringing down certain buildings, demolishing riverside buildings.
That is it.
So that, like you spoke about earlier, they can,
Show practical,
provide solutions to this upcoming challenge that everyone knows is coming. Sokoto and Edo, for example, have also begun campaigns. So I think it's a good one. It looks like we are being proactive.
Very well, because there's nothing.
Thanks to the ideological agency themselves.
There's nothing really to criticize, yes.
I mean, they came out to say, hey, it's coming, let's plan for it. But I think overall, we can, if we need to bring down structures, as sad as it sounds, as sad as that sounds, we have to do it. Like you said, the Environment Commissioner in Lagos is bringing
you see
down
that
buildings.
Bringing out building for drainage system.
I mean, if you are blocking the drainage, you're building.
And I think
it's not high risk, low risk. But so the rains are coming this year, and they said flood will be coming as well. Very quickly move to the last topic, and we'll be considering EFCC, Yahayah Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, and the Makaba dance of yesterday. What happened yesterday? Mohammed, what was that? What was that, for God's sake?
Yeah. Again, I think Section 38, subsection 2 AB of the EFCC Establishment Act, make it an offense for them to be obstructed, carrying out, an arrest or an operation like that. So I think, and again, the person or group of people who obstruct them are liable to be, to be sentenced to prison for 5 years, or not less than 5 years. You understand? It is in the, section I just quoted now. I believe that it is funny, it is crazy that, oh God, we don't know. I think you are in a big mess in this country. You understand? It has been alleged that a former governor, mismanaged or laundered 82 billion naira. You understand? And there are evidence. The court has given a warrant of arrest.
Today, there was supposed to be a case in court today.
Very well, And we heard that the former governor, the present governor, the current governor went there to, to disrupt, the agency
now,
from being arrested.
Is the current governor a political hallelujah boy?
Not even a, you understand the, you understand the godfatheristic, politics we play in Nigeria. For you to, this is another puppetry game, or a puppet, just like if you have read the Trials of Badajero, that is what you do, these kind of things, what the has, as captioned in that particular text, that there are some people, just the way you have mentioned hallelujah, but you understand. Why are you subverting yourself? This is a case of law. You are a sitting governor. Even if you have to show solidarity with your former governor, still let the former governor respect the rule of law. You understand? What the governor has done in a Senate climb, such governor, irrespective of the immunity now, the governor is also liable to face the court. You understand? Because what you have done is you are intercepting.
You are intercepting the justice from taking its course.
Okay, you understand? Okay, if an ordinary Nigerian, could. If EFCC is going to arrest another Nigerian, what are you teaching us as a leader? He's a leader, for crying out loud. You are showing to us that now we can resist the EFCC. If a Yahoo guy is to be arrested by EFCC, it means that the guy can stand. People can come together in the community. Now they can throw stone. That is what you are trying to show yesterday. It's showing that you can bring hoodlums to fight against the agencies of the federal government. And I believe that if the federal government do not come up with a strong statement, to condemn such acts, it means that they are subverting the rule of law in Nigeria, and they are showing to, up-and-coming Nigerians that we can do anything in the banana, that is, you see Nigeria as a banana republic, you understand? I think it is very funny. Look at the chaos. The people were there, they stood their ground. It was obvious to all Nigerians yesterday. But you see again that we Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians ourselves, we are also, the burning charcoal in a swimming fire. You understand? What I'm trying to say there is that you see yesterday they were hailing, shouting. They were happy. You understand? They were happy that the governor was resisting. They were supporting, shouting, screaming yesterday, to tell you that it's all about we still remain, we remain some part of the tools they use in, subverting whatsoever the country has been. It's really painful and very funny.
The governor,
you understand,
is a governor in Kogi State. The people are giving him the mandate to rule for 4 years.
Oh, yes, very well.
Now, it's not that EFCC came to pick up the governor in Lokoja. Even if that happened, it doesn't make it right.
Very well.
But my point is, you are a governor in Kogi State.
In Abuja.
Something happened in Abuja where we don't know where the governor was, but we can only assume that the governor was in Kogi, in Lokoja.
Yeah, very well.
Now, our colleagues, journalists that were at that place said the EFCC laid siege at ex-governor Yahayah Bello's house for a couple of hours.
In his Abuja home.
In his Abuja home. Lokoja to Abuja is 2 hours plus, depending on how fast your ride is. So say when EFCC was already barging on the doors of former governor Yahayah Bello, the governor was putting out messages,
so
calls. The former governor, I beg your pardon, was putting out messages or calls or something or interacting with the governor. An SOS message was sent.
They want to arrest me because
come. And then the governor now led his own, his convoy and came over to Abuja.
It's really.
Have we gotten to this? I don't, young man, but I don't think I've read in history before that we've ever seen anything like this.
And that's why I quoted drama. I think even the movement of the EFCC, some people, some Nigerians have said that I think the EFCC act of arresting Yahayah Bello is also a drama. You understand? Because there are many governors like that. You understand? That were together during the tenure of Yahayah Bello that are complicit of this act. You understand? For instance, Matawali, but like you have said, there's immunity is a minister now. So let us leave him. But we still say that I think now, as of now, we have not had anything. But I think yesterday the EFCC released a statement that they will not let us.
I was going to that statement.
Okay.
Where the EFCC said they won't allow such. No names were mentioned. They just said they will not allow anybody resist arrest. Why didn't they mention names? Why were names not mentioned in that broadcast?
And that is to tell you that the agency, does not. I would just say does not overly has its own stand. It cannot stand alone. There are some influences, that turn its head around. Okay, do it this way. Because by now we should be seeing, more than we should have seen 10 statements today. We should have seen court, even you will see that it's even funny that as of yesterday when we were seeing reports yesterday from journalists, they said there was the courts did not grant EFCC a warrant of arrest. Some minutes later, court grants, all of these. So it's really funny. It was really funny yesterday, and till now we have not even seen. We don't even know what is really going on now. If they are still going back to arrest him again, or going back to do anything again, this is really shocking. You understand? It's shocking, and I believe the federal government or the president, he has to intervene because this is a mess. This is a bullshit. What are they trying to show to us in the country? Does it mean that the EFCC can be condemned? The EFCC has really been ridiculed, you understand? They have really been ridiculed by these people, continuously. So I think too much, it's really bad, and I just believe that they will,
All right, the AG, the Attorney General of the Federation, has stepped in and has said that individuals invited the EFCC need to cooperate fully and respond promptly to their invitations. But the question is, does anybody need to be told that you have to conform with the laws of the land? Especially a former governor, you were in that position because the laws of the land said the people of that state went to the polls and that they had voted for you. You won the highest number of votes from the people that went out to vote on election day to rule. You ruled for 8 years, and then suddenly you find it inconveniencing for you to follow the laws of the land.
But the question again is that even if he is clean, you understand, so to say, if he doesn't have his skeleton in his combo,
why is he running?
Why is he running? He should be be happy that, okay, let me go there, let me go and see what are you guys coming to arrest me for? This is to tell you that don't let us say it, but let me just tell you that I think there is really something. That is why is trying to. I think the governor of Kogi State, I'm sorry to say, he should be ashamed of the act. It is jejune, it is ridiculous, it is pathetic, and it is, it is not expected of a leader. The 001 of over 2-point-something million population, in Kogi State, you could go there and store yourself to
some political stakeholders were equally there addressing the press and saying they didn't know why the EFCC was there, what was the reason for the EFCC being there, why did this, why that. But my take is, I think you are not sentenced. They said they are accusing you of so. What do you
of
do?
82 billion naira. 82 billion
naira. You go to court and prove your innocence, or otherwise. There are no two takes about this. You go to court first. Innocent or guilty, we'll find out in the courtroom.
Very well.
Not on the streets of Abuja.
Constituting nuisance,
And let's talk about those young men who are protesting and
they were supporting the government now, trying to resist. They were resisting the EFCC operatives.
That institution happened yesterday afternoon.
Those
young men should be in their offices.
Working.
If you don't have an office, you should be in your sales point or something, making your life better. Not
when
on the streets.
When one person
does that not show in the first place that we have another problem on our hands, when you can easily, in a matter of minutes, get people to act as nuisance on the streets for you?
They want to take from the national cake, the alleged 82 billion naira fraud of the governor. So if they believe that this is money, let us support him so we can take our own out of it. But still, it is ridiculous, and I think the presidency has to make a statement on this, because this is totally ridiculous and it is condemnable.
People are saying that they all are party members. The current governor, the ex-governor, the president, stakeholders right now in Nigeria, guys in government now at the top, are from the same party.
But on the case of
a phone call of, you guys should just obey the law. This is a mess. This is a mess on not just the individuals involved, but even on the president himself, because these are his men. These are the people that campaigned for him. These people campaigned for him.
And it was all out for the.
So it's a mess that your political friends or your political colleagues from the same party are, it's like seeing somebody from your office acting like, in a way that you feel is wrong somewhere, and you feel, guy or ma'am, this thing that you are doing is a stain on we as well as yourself, because we share the same confines. I think it's sad. I think it's unfortunate, but it's just one of those things. Hey, thank you very much for watching, you out there. It's time for us to wrap up. My producers are saying we spent enough time and it's time for us to go. Thank you very much, Mohammed Lawal, for being my guest this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Thank you very much, our audience, for watching as well, because if you guys are not there, we wouldn't be on this end. Thank you, man, for being a part of the package this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Join us same time next week for more on the Roundtable. God bless you. Stay out of trouble.